Melissa Ebsch, we were too busy talking.
We were chatting, yes. So off the air, now on the air, so we're good.
That's all right. And we have Corey Lambie from
Hello,
Marinette
Melissa.
School. Yes.
Thank
Got
you.
to let people know who you are.
Oh, I know you do, and I appreciate you doing that. Yes,
Absolutely.
thanks for having us, having me.
All right. So, what is going on in the school district?
We are in mid-April. Lots of things happening, as always is the case. Our board leadership, we had a board election last week, and then last night, to make it official, they have what's called a canvass. I don't know how many people are familiar with that, where they take the votes and finalize the votes and make them official. So, congratulations to Brian Saransky, who is our current school board president. He won last Tuesday, so now he's on for 3 years. And we are welcoming, I'm going to try spitting that out, welcome to Justine Bratz and Kurt Eke. Both will be on as new board members. So we've got 2 new board members. Their first board meeting will not be until May, but they will be sworn in during the month of April. They've got to be sworn in, so I think they're going to be sworn in after next Tuesday's board meeting. We're very grateful for the years of service from Rose O'Hara, 7 years with the school district on the Board of Education, as well as Tom Fowler, 10 years on the Board of Education. So we wish them the best. They didn't win on the election, but certainly have served our community and our students very well over the years. And Cindy Giebler was the 6th candidate who ran. She did not make it to the board at this time, but certainly we wish her the best moving forward, and look forward to seeing her name in the future, or any of those names, quite honestly.
Definitely.
So it's just a great opportunity for folks to get involved and become actively a part of our district and the decisions that we have to make for our students and for our community. So so that was last Tuesday was the big election, and last night my assistant Mary Ann Rich took care of canvassing those election results and made it official. So
oh my gosh,
exciting
so many
times.
Changes happening.
Yes.
It's stressing me out.
Well, and then April is always that busy year with testing, or busy time of year, right? So all of our buildings are going through some level of state testing, whether it's the forward exam at the intermediate school and the middle school and the high school. Our high school takes part in the ACT and the pre-ACT and the civics exam, so they've got assessments going on. Our elementary, the primary school, will be using their universal screener. We'll be doing some Ames Web with some of our youngest learners. So it's just getting close to the end of the year, where you're doing some of what I'm going to call end of the year assessments to see how our students are doing. And then those usually conclude with some level of parent-teacher conference, where parents, I encourage you to reach out to our buildings, talk to your teachers. Teachers will be doing the same. Our primary school and our intermediate school actually have conferences tonight and on Thursday. So I think it's the last conference of the year for those 2 buildings. So I know some of them are allowing families to go on to Skyward and actually can schedule their own conference for a time that works for them. So
how nice is that? Right. I remember it used to just be a drop-in.
Exactly. Or you sit and would wait.
Or you wait.
Yep, and wait outside the classroom, and sometimes conferences ran a little bit longer. I know when I was in school way back when, my parents used to have to pack a lunch for parent-teacher conferences, so they'd sit there for quite some time.
Well, my grandparents did a really interesting thing.
Okay. What did they do?
They just didn't go. They would just talk to the teachers.
Sure.
Because it was such a small district.
Sure.
It just didn't make sense.
Didn't need to go on the night of conferences. We've talked to you 7 times in the last week. So
pretty much.
No, so it's good. And whatever it takes for those families to build that connection, right? How are they communicating with the school to just find out how our students are doing? So that's a big part of April. High school level, taking off with spring sports. Middle school has a soccer program now. I think they have over 35 students participating in middle school soccer as a sport. So
great.
Just a lot of things happening this time of year as you get into spring and coming up on the end of the school year. Graduation is May 27th. It's a Wednesday this year, middle of the week. I shouldn't say this year. We've been having it on Wednesdays for the last few years, but that's only six weeks away for our seniors, so it's a great time.
It's gonna fly by.
It really will. Spring always does. Spring is a little bit of chaos, but we're used to it, right? It's that time of the year where we're trying to get ready to transition kids into the summer, taking part of our summer learning program.
I was going to say there's going to be summer learning. There's going to be all sorts of summer activities happening between school, the DAR, the rec center, wherever. kids go or do things.
Just to keep them active during the summer.
Definitely.
Speaking of which, our 4K preview night took place this past month. It was on March 19th, and it gives families an opportunity, if they have students that are going to be age eligible for our 4K program, to come in and go through an experience to just kind of get a feel for what the building looks like, talk to the teachers. Our bus company, Go Right Way, was there. So that took place. We had a number of families show up for that. The reason I bring that up is if there are families that are still interested in finding out more about our 4K, 5K programs, they certainly can reach out to the primary school and set up an appointment, go visit with Shani Elliott. But really looking forward to getting those kids involved at their youngest age and get them set up for success for their educational journey.
My gosh.
Yeah, so March was fun with the 4K preview night. Like I said before, the intermediate school, they're working on their parent-teacher conferences as well tonight and on Thursday. They test the 3rd and 4th grade students take part in the forward exam, which is our state exam. So they're in the middle of that, trying to wrap that up here this month and get things ready. So and then some of the field trips and celebrations will be taking place.
Those are always fun.
It is. As you get to the end of the year, oftentimes it's connected to some sort of educational activity, so it's a culminating activity where they might take the field trip, but also it's good for those kids to get that experience, right?
We always went to Lake Antoine. That was our big field trip in elementary and middle school, was going to the lake. And it was wonderful.
That's right, and we were surrounded by water, so we want our students to be safe, so certainly that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Our middle school, as I'm checking my notes here, in May is having an ACP showcase night. So ACP stands for Academic and Career Planning. Again, so the community is aware, as our students graduate from Marinette High School, they are expected to have an academic and career plan. What are their next steps after graduation? Well, that starts already in 5th grade, and actually some of it starts with some experiences and surveys at the elementary school, where they have guest teachers come in and talk about their careers and career day. Yeah, so the middle school's gearing up for that next month. I'll certainly have more to report when I come back in May, but certainly something that I think the community should be proud of and be aware of. Our middle school is already trying to build that academic and career planning as just part of the educational process for our middle schoolers. Schools have been doing it, and we're just trying to stay on top of it.
Yeah, because how many times, I mean, I wasn't thinking about, well, I kind of was. Well, I did know what I wanted to be, but how many of us are thinking what we wanted to do in 5th grade?
Exactly.
You know, what a great opportunity.
It really is. And what's nice about it is there's a level of specificity to it that I can say, okay, I want to go into journalism, or I want to go into writing, or whatever it might be. But then there's also enough latitude that it gives kids the opportunity to dabble in other things, right? So to your point, we don't expect a 5th grader to know exactly what they want to do, but what can we expose you to? What opportunities can we share with you? NWTC has been a great partner as we build those academic and career plans, where they provide classes, and they come and talk not just to our high school kids, but also to our middle school kids to let them know there's opportunities right here in our backyard.
Definitely. So, we are so lucky to be where we're at.
We really are.
We really are.
There's so many resources right here that our students don't have to leave. They can graduate from the high school and stay right here and hopefully raise their family here.
Yeah, work here, live here, work here, play here.
Yep.
All of it.
I love it.
Speaking of play, I want to give a shout out to the band.
Yes, so you've been reading up on it.
I have.
And there's some social media posts out there as well. So Hillary Oskey, who's our band director at Marinette High School, took our band, make sure I get the number right, 43 total students went to San Antonio for a band trip this past week. In fact, it's Tuesday today, so this is their first day back, so I'm sure they're coming back a little bit tired. I think she said it's a 28-hour bus ride, that they're breaking into some chunks, but the chunks weren't real. There weren't a lot of big breaks in there, but our kids did extremely well. I'm going to make sure I get this correct. They were participating and competed in the Class A varsity band division, and they received a Division I superior rating. They also received recognition for getting superior ratings from all 3 judges. So
that's awesome.
Not only did they go down there and get an experience to be a part of something that they
yeah.
had never done before. San Antonio was a new trip for our kids, but they went down there and they performed very well and were very successful. So congratulations to our high school band.
Oh,
Yes.
that just gives me goosebumps.
Yep.
'Cause I'm a band geek.
Oh, well,
so
hey, we love the band.
we
We love
love
the music.
band.
We love it all. Just
Gotta
more
have it.
opportunities for kids.
Yes.
Yes.
get you going.
And then some of our things that are upcoming that I talked about when we were off the air. Prom is 2 weeks away. The high school's participating in Military Week this week, where kids, if they're interested in the military, can have conversations with some of the recruiters. We've got career fair coming up, choir concerts, band concerts. We get into May and you start having scholarship nights. So so there'll definitely be more to talk about in May as well.
But
it's, it's just been a busy March and into April. We're just one week back, and now we're starting our second week back from spring break. But,
crazy.
When you come back from spring break, it's kind of a race to the finish.
Yeah.
So take a deep breath and relax
Meditate.
and meditate a little bit. But we're just very proud of all the things that we've got going. One last thing that I want to talk about too is our spring sports are in full swing.
Mm-hmm.
We had a number of folks donate so our high school baseball team could take a spring trip that they had never done before. So over spring break, those students went to St. Louis, where they were able to play one baseball game. They had a couple others scheduled that due to weather they couldn't compete, but then they were allowed to go to St. Louis Cardinal professional baseball games. So you get rained out during the day, but you go to a Cardinal game at night. Yeah, the coach said it was just a great experience for the kids. I've talked to a couple of the parents and said it was just wonderful just to see the kids engage, the parents engage, and once again, I'm not certain our students would be allowed or afforded that opportunity if it weren't for the generosity of so many people in our community. So we're grateful for where we are, but also just our kids are happy, and they're also grateful for the experience that they're able to have over spring break.
I wish I could go back.
Yes.
And not that I'd want to do it all over again, but just to have the experiences that kids are having now.
Yes.
We had experiences, but they just seem a little more bigger.
Yes.
Don't they?
Yeah. St. Louis, San Antonio. Yep. We didn't do those trips back in the
Oh my God!
I
went from
80s.
Felch to Iron Mountain. That was a big trip.
That's right. Yep. I'm with you. I graduated from Kaukauna, so it was a big deal if we got to go visit UW Oshkosh for a day. And these kids are going to St. Louis and San Antonio.
Oh my gosh! So awesome, Corey.
Thank you.
So cool.
Well, I appreciate coming in once a month, and we'll see you in May.
We'll see you in May.
All right.
Maybe in June.
Yes, of course in June. Yes.
Of course in June.
Yes.
Oh, it's winding down.
It is.
It is. It makes me sad.
Well, thank you.
All right. Well, everybody, and Mr. Corey, you all have a great day, and I'll be seeing you probably soon.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. And everybody else, hang tight.